What's up, and welcome to episode 58 of the JuiceBox presented by LockCity. Trey here with you today, and I am happy to be with you. It is May 2nd. It's a Friday, and we are ready to tackle this MLB slate today and take a look at all of the gems that might be out there ready to make us some money on this Friday. Before we go ahead and get into that, let me give you a quick reminder of how you can become a part of LockCity. LockCity is a premium tier Discord, and we are looking to invite you in. We want you to be a part of our community. How can you do that? Well, all you have to do is go check out wap.com/LockCity, and for just $5 per month, it'll get you access to every cheat sheet every single day across all active major sports, access to premium picks and plays from all 9 of our pro cappers, and tons of sports-specific and stat-specific data points on a daily basis that are going to help you become a better sports bettor. That's wap.com/LockCity, and you can get instant access for what breaks down to just 16 cents a day. It is a fantastic deal, and it's also a fantastic community. We'd be happy to have you, and I hope that you join us if you haven't already. Now let's go ahead and recap Thursday's games. May 1st was a little bit of a short slate, and it started in the afternoon with the Cubs and the Pirates. And this was an exciting game for me because on my card, I had both the top and the bottom of the first circled for first pitch in place. And sure enough, Ian Happ and O'Neill Cruz both put the ball in play, and I started the day up over 15 units in the blink of an eye. So that was pretty cool. In the end, even though it was Paul Skeens' day here for the Pirates, the Cubs ended up besting the Pirates here 8-3. And Colin Rea might be like the savior here for the Cubs coming into this rotation. He's 2-0 now with a 1.46 ERA. The Reds take down the Cardinals. Their bats come alive, and they put up 9 runs in this one and are able to really just manhandle the Cardinals on this afternoon game. Ashcraft picks up his second win of the year and is sporting just a .57 ERA. Liberatore drops to 2-3. D-backs take down the Mets in Queens 4-2. Gallen picking up his second win of the year and brings his ERA under 5. Senga picking up his second loss of the year, and his ERA is just sitting at 1.38. The Royals take down the Rays 8-2. Seth Lugo picking up the win here. Shane Baz picking up his first loss. Both of those pitchers sitting with ERAs in the low 3s. The Twins lose to the Guardians in Cleveland. Cleveland wins 4-3 in this one. This was an extra inning thriller. The Twins put up 1 run in the 10th, but the Guardians came back with 2 to walk it off. The Brewers get shut out by, drumroll please, the team you'd expect, the White Sox in Chicago. 8-0 in this game. Only 2 hits for the Brewers, and can't say that the beer was very cold in that locker room afterwards. Chad Patrick picking up his 3rd loss on the year. Can't trust the guy with 2 first names. Said that when he made his first start on the year. The Athletics take down the Rangers 3-0 in this one. Molly picks up his first loss on the year, and he only gave up 1 run in the first, but that was enough because the Rangers only had 3 hits in total and couldn't push any across the board. The Nationals win 4-2 over the Phillies in Philadelphia. They have a 4 spot in the 6th inning, and that is enough to give Tyon Walker his 3rd loss on the year despite a 2.54 ERA. 9 hits for the Phillies, but they could only push 2 across the board. Some inefficient swings there with runners on base, and for baseball fans, we all know that's just not the way that you win games. The Red Sox drop another one here to the Blue Jays. They allow 3 runs in the 8th to Toronto to give up a 2-1 lead and the series. The Tigers win 10-4 in Los Angeles over the Angels. The Tigers putting up a 5 spot and a 3 spot in the 8th and the 9th to seal this one and put it away after being down 2-4 for most of the game. Casey Mize now 5-1 with a 2.7 ERA. Detmers drops to 0-2 with an 8.16 ERA. The Rockies beat the Giants 4-3, and I'm laughing to myself because who would have thought that the 6-25 Rockies get a win yesterday and the 8-23 White Sox get a win yesterday? That is just bonkers. And you probably could have made some pretty decent money picking those dogs. Alrighty, when we head into the next segment, we're going to break down today's slate. But just a reminder that when I do this every day, I'm using Daily Sheets. Daily Sheets is a top tier research platform for all major sports. We currently are deep into the MLB season, and we have everything from top prop projections every day, full game analysis, projections, matchup history, batter versus pitcher, and also current streaks. So you can use all of that information in a comprehensive but condensed and easy to read way to make your picks. It's perfect for putting together SGPs and parlays and hunting through for those diamonds in the rough when it comes to the matchups each day. There's also first pitch information on there. We have leaderboards so you can get an idea of who is hot in the last 30 days and who is not. And you can find some free first pitch picks on there as well. So again, that's Daily Sheets. And to access that for yourself, you can do just what I'm doing right now. Type in sheet.today/MLB into your browser, hit enter, and go ahead and dive in, play around, check it out. That is sheet.today/MLB. I'm really excited to see what it holds for us today. Let's go ahead and dive into the Friday, May 2nd MLB slate. Full set of games get started in Cincinnati. 6:10 start at Great American Ballpark. Total in this one is kind of low, 8.5. The Reds are -170 home favorites, and the reason that total is low is because we have a pretty good pitching matchup in this one. On the mound for the Nats, Mitchell Parker and Hunter Green going for the Reds. Both pitchers have been off to a pretty good year with a 2.7 ERA for both of these pitchers. Not any matchup history here for Parker versus the Reds, but Hunter Green has seen a few of these Nationals batters in one appearance. And Kyber Ruiz and Trey Lipscomb are the only hitters that have a hit off of him. Ruiz has 2 for 2 next to his name there. So not a whole lot to go off of in terms of the history. In terms of some streaks, Abrams, Lowe, Ruiz, and Garcia are all sporting some hit and total base streaks for the Nationals. And on the other side, just about everybody had a hit or did something productive in the lineup yesterday for the Reds. That is on some sort of small streak there. Jose Trevino is the only Red that's on a long streak right now. He has had a hit in the last 6 and covered his total baseline. The Padres are at the Pirates, 6:40 start in Pittsburgh, and the Padres are -155 favorites in this one. Total here is set at 8. Dylan Cease day for the Padres. He's on the mound going against Mitch Keller for the Pirates. Dylan Cease has a 5.76 ERA to start the year. Mitch Keller just a 3.97. In this one, there is some history versus both pitchers here. Adam Frazier for the Pirates has seen Dylan Cease the most and is 4 for 14, but the rest of the history is mostly limited there versus Cease. On the other side, Mitch Keller has seen a few of these Padres batters quite a bit. Let's go ahead and break down the notable ones. Luis Arraez is hitting .333 and 9 at-bats. Jason Hayward hitting .300 with a home run in 20 at-bats. Manny Machado, .273 with a home run in 11 at-bats. And Jose Iglesias is .231 with a home run in just 13 at-bats. The Phillies are hosting the D-backs, 6:45 start in Philadelphia. The total in this game is set at 9, and the money line is -155. Merrill Kelly's on the mound for the D-backs, and Jesus Luzardo for the Phils. Luzardo has a 1.73 ERA at this point in the season. Merrill Kelly is trying to work his back down 4.41 to start the year. Both of these pitchers have seen the opposing lineups. Merrill Kelly has seen this Phillies lineup the most. Trey Turner has 393 average against Merrill Kelly in 28 at-bats with a homer. Alex Bohm, 2 for 7. Remuto, 4 for 15 with a homer, and Schwarby might be a spot to keep an eye on as well here, 3 for 13 with 2 home runs versus the right-hander. On the other side, Jesus Luzardo has only seen this Phillies lineup once or twice, and there are only a couple really bright spots to take a look at here. Ketel Marte has hit him pretty good, 3 for 6, and Josh Naylor, 2 for 2 versus the lefty. The Yankees are hosting the Rays. The Yankees are minus 218 favorites here in the Bronx, and the total is set at 8.5. On the mound, Ryan Pepiot for the Rays and Max Fried going for the Yankees. Just saw news late last night, early this morning, that Jazz Chisholm's headed to the 10-day IL, so the Yankees will be without him in the lineup as they get ready for this one. Max Fried has faced this Tampa Bay Rays offense 1 to 2 times through the order each, and he has shut down the majority of this lineup. Chandler Simpson is 1 for 3, and Yandy Diaz is 2 for 8. But other than that, nobody else in that lineup has a hit off of him. On the other side, in the Yankee lineup, Anthony Volpe's 2 for 4, Aaron Judge 2 for 6, Cody Bellinger 1 for 3 with a homer off of Ryan Pepiot. So it'd be looking like it might be Yankees or bust in this one. The Orioles host the Royals in Baltimore. 7:05 start for this one, and the total in this game is set at 9. The park is going to have some good air conditions, humidity, heat, and a little bit of wind blowing out in this one. So this could be a game where we see a few guys go deep. The Orioles are minus 135 favorites to the Royals in this one. Dean Kramer on the mound for the Orioles, Michael Wacha for the Royals. Dean has seen a good number of these Royal batters in the past. Bobby Witt is 4 for 11 with a homer. Vinny Pasquantino 2 for 7 with a homer. Jonathan India 2 for 7 with a homer. Salvi 3 for 11 with a home run. So some guys who have certainly seen Dino well. On the other side, Jackson Holliday, Dylan Carlson have had hits off of Michael Wacha in their past. Ryan Mountcastle and Cedric Mullins have both seen him the best and have averages over 400 and multiple home runs each. Ryan Mountcastle, Cedric Mullins, both 3 and 2 home runs respectively, and it might be a good day for that ball to go. Ramon Arias is 313 versus Wacha with a homer, and Adley Rutschman just 250, but has a home run as well. Ryan O'Hearn, he's got a homer, but he's just 1 for 7 off of Wacha. The Blue Jays and the Guardians get started at 7:07 in the Rogers Center up north. Total in this game is 8.5, and the Blue Jays are minus 148 home favorites with Chris Bassett going on the mound for them. He's sporting a 2.62 ERA, and his one time seeing this Guardians lineup, he shut down a good portion of them, though he did give up homers to Bo Naylor and Carlos Santana in that last outing. But he's been pretty good this year, and we'll look to continue that good start. No pitcher listed there for the Guardians yet, to be announced. The Marlins host the Athletics in Miami. This is a 7:10 start with a total set at 9. The Athletics are minus 135 favorites in this one. I don't have any pitcher data for the matchup, but we can talk a little bit about some current streaks. Jacob Wilson, Tyler Soderstrom, Nick Kurtz, all on hit streaks there for the Athletics. Nick with a 6-game hit and total base streak, and that's kind of what they expected when they called him up. On the Marlins side, Jesus Sanchez has a 3-game hit streak, and Otto Lopez has scored runs in the last 2. In Fenway, the Red Sox are hosting the Twins. The Red Sox and the Twins are just about even. No real favorite or dog in this one. Total is set at 9. Brayan Bello on the mound for the Red Sox. Joe Ryan for the Twins. Joe Ryan has seen this Red Sox lineup once or twice through the order, and there's a few guys who have had more at-bats than the others against him. Alex Bregman is 6 for 13 with a home run. And Rafael Devers, 2 for 15, 4 strikeouts against the right-hander. On the other side, Ty France and Harrison Bader have both seen Brayan Bello a few times. Ty France, 2 for 8. Harrison Bader, just 1 for 5. In Atlanta, 7:15 start. The Dodgers are at the Braves. Total in this game is set at 9, and the Dodgers are road favorites here, minus 175. Yoshi Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers, and Grant Holmes going for the Braves. Yoshi looks for another win here in this one and continues this hot year that he's off to with just a 1.06 ERA. The Braves pitcher Grant Holmes, 4.5 ERA to start the year. White Sox hosting the Astros, 7:40 start in this one. Total is set at 7.5, and the Astros are minus 238 favorites. On the mound, Jonathan Cannon for the White Sox and Framber Valdez for the Astros. The Rangers host the Mariners. Total in this game is set at 8, and the Mariners are slight road favorites at minus 118. Late night games continue. 8:10 start in Milwaukee. The Brewers hosting the Cubs. Cubs are minus 118 road favorites, and the total in this one is 8.5. On the mound, Ben Brown for the Cubbies and Quinn Priester for the Brewers. Ben Brown struggling a little bit to start this year, 6.04 ERA, but Priester is sporting a 3.79, and we'll see if he can shut down this red-hot Cubs offense that just seems to be putting up runs after runs after runs. I think it's going to be tough for them to sustain that over the course of the year, but tough to fade them right now the way that they've been producing. In terms of some favorable matchup history, only name jumping out here is Seiya Suzuki, 2 for 3 versus Quinn Priester with a homer. But otherwise, it's slim pickings in terms of that data, and I would look more to see who's hot right now. Only active streak for the Brewers is Joey Ortiz, 5-game hit and total base streak. But on the Cubs side, we have a lot of guys who have been producing this week, and in their last game, Swanson, Bush, Suzuki, Kyle Tucker, Ian Happ, all with hits in the last game. Tucker, Suzuki, and Swanson all homering in their last game as well. The Mets are at the Cardinals. The Mets are minus 122 road favorites here in St. Louis for the 8:15 start. Total in this game is 7.5. Sonny Gray on the mound for the Cardinals. Clay Holmes for the Mets. Clay Holmes has made a great transition here to starting pitching and is off to a pretty good start. 2.64 ERA. Sonny Gray, 3.6 ERA to start the year. That Mets lineup has seen Sonny Gray about 3 or 4 times now, and a lot of guys have hit him really, really well. Juan Soto, 500 with a homer. Tyrone Taylor, 3 for 11 with a homer. Francisco Lindor, 259, 3 home runs. Starling Marte and Pete Alonso, both a couple of hits and a home run each. That's big, and going to be a tough way to go for Sonny Gray if he can't keep the ball away from the barrel of that strong Mets offense. The Tigers are at the Angels. 9:38 start here in LA. Its total in this game is 7.5. The Tigers are minus 175 favorites, and that's because Tyreek Skubal is on the mound, the lefty for the Tigers. 2.34 ERA to start the year, and he'll be looking to dominate these Angels and get off to another win, hopefully, for him. Tim Anderson has seen Skubal 23 times, so it's the most out of anybody in the Angels lineup, and he's hitting him 12 out of 23 times with a home run. Jorge Soler is 2 for 4 with 2 home runs off of him, so 2 spots there that if you're looking for any sort of bright spot, you might check out. In the final game of the night, the Rockies are in San Francisco. 7.5 is the total in this game, and the money line is a very strong, heavy favorite towards the Giants, minus 270. It's 10:15 start Eastern time, so that's a 7:15 start local time there. Robbie Ray is on the mound for the Giants, and Antonio Senzatella on the mound for the Rockies. Tough sledding here for the Rockies, I think, with Senzatella on the mound. He has just struggled and struggled and struggled some more. He hasn't faced too many of these Giants batters before, but Yaz, Chapman, and Adames have all seen him and had productive days against him. All right, and that brings us to the best part of the pod. This is going to be our JuiceBox Lock of the day. I'm going to be a little bit of a homer with this pick. We're going to go back to the Orioles game, and I really like the matchup history and the current trends that I'm seeing as I watch these games out of Mullins and Mountcastle. They both have hit Walker really, really hard, taking him deep a few times each, and I think that this is going to be a game where this offense is looking to continue their winning ways. They just took a series against the Yankees, and if there was any time for the Orioles to try to get their act together, it would be today. So we're just going to keep it simple. 2-leg hit parlay here with Mullins and Mountcastle. You can get that over at DraftKings for a really good price of minus 110. If you're feeling a little spicy here on this Friday, hey, maybe play it up to some hit run RBIs or total bases, or even maybe get a little crazy and chase those dingers, because it's going to be, I think, a game where a few balls could go out of the stadium. Alrighty, well, thanks for hanging out with me. This is Trey talking to you again here on the Juice Box. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Peace.